Hello guys, Russian Rider here, back with another video, first one in a while. I'll explain why. But, what do you guys see here? If you're familiar with the Octane, you'll notice something a bit different. Maybe you'll notice it here in a second. Get these new gloves on. I'm not sure why there's cutouts on the knuckle portion. Had good reviews on Revzilla. Anyways, I'll put a link in the video description if you guys want to check these guys out. Alrighty, well, if you haven't guessed already, you should know now. Oh man, that is mean sounding. That's right. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. New exhaust. Instead of having the two exhaust pipes coming out with the tiny little holes, like half-inch holes, it's a whole new system. This has covers on it. Yeah, let me pull out in the street. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. Man, I'm gonna keep my visor down for a little bit, but if you didn't hear my bike before, which I know you did, you definitely will now. Now it definitely sounds like a V-twin. This is idling 1250 with a visor down. That was to 2700. Yes, so RPW is the brand, 99% sure. This is the Convict 2, I believe. There's a couple different versions, like they have a longer one. This is the shorter version. So I actually shot a sound test. I had full install guide, how to take off the stock exhaust, how to install this one. So that will be coming out in the future. But for now, a vlog video. I'm excited to hear how this sounds on the computer. I hope that you can still hear my voice pretty well, but I'm sure you will. The mic's about an inch and a half away from my mouth inside my helmet, so. It's got some presence. It's got a little bit of attitude. Your neighbors might not like it, but yeah. Let's close that visor up, getting them dust in my face. Now this is what the Octane was meant to sound like. Sure, that sounds mean. Yeah. You know, I think the sound might have changed slightly. Maybe the baffle, the packing, there is some sound dampening, some packing material in the exhaust, like a whole design in there. So it's not just a straight pipe. And it's quite loud. And you can actually take the baffle out. You can remove it. It does take a little bit of effort and to pull it out because it's packed in pretty well, but there's a bolt and you can pull it out. But honestly, unless you really want to be obnoxious, I don't see a reason for you to pull it out. I thought I would try it, but I decided to install it this way first, and there's no way I'm taking it out. Downside is all the cops are going to hear you. Everybody's going to hear you coming, but all the cops are going to hear you. I mean, this bike sounds fantastic now. you still hear a little bit, I'm sure when the mic doesn't pick it up, but you hear a little bit of like a whiz, like a supercharger whiz. Somebody actually commented and said it sounds like a Ducati Panigale. It's a V-twin bike. The engine sound itself, not the exhaust sound. So, but man, this bike sounds mean now. Now it's going to get the respect it deserves instead of hearing mainly engine sound and not a lot of exhaust sound. Of course, like usual, the bike lost a ton of weight. I don't know specifics, maybe I'll find them online, but I'm guessing the stock system is probably about 40 pounds maybe. It's heavy, really heavy. Catalytic converter, all the packing stuff in there. And this thing is maybe, I don't know, total maybe 15 pounds, 12s in that range. As far as being loud, it's loud, but if you're not revving the engine very much, see here, right, I'm right about 2150, 2200, and I'm almost 40 in 6th gear. Yeah, the bike has plenty of torque. So if you're actually riding your V-twin how you're supposed to be riding it, not revving it up like crazy and on a crotch rocket cruising down at 5,000-6,000 RPM, or on this, the equivalent would be maybe 4,000. If you're keeping the RPMs low like you're supposed to, it's not that loud. I don't know what it sounds like in the mic, but it's not obnoxious. It's not too much, at least by my preferences. Now, when you get on it, right about the 3,000 mark, maybe closer to 4, when you open up the throttle, you do hear quite a bit of sound. I did test it out a little bit at high speeds. I didn't actually go on the freeway, but I took a back road and I went about freeway speeds, and it does not obnoxious either. Honestly, like the revs are low enough and you're not opening up the throttle that it doesn't seem like it would annoy you after a while. So, but it sounds good. I actually spoke to the company, and they have multiple different exhaust options for the Octane, and some are quieter, some are louder. There's one kind of like a really performance oriented, but I just said I want it to look nice and I want it to sound nice. I'm not trying to go for maximum power gains or anything like that. Although there is one exhaust, not theirs, but a different company, the Dyno, and they gained, I think, 12 foot-pounds of torque and 14 or 15 horsepower. That's tuned, of course, with the intake exhaust and a tune. So that's a big gain. I mean, that's 15% horsepower gain, or right around there. Very impressive. So, anyways, I'll have a link in the description to the website and the exhaust that I got, and they do have them in stock. I mean, I waited for this thing for a while until they got them all, did all the design, got the machining done, plating. So I got this basically as soon as it came out. I got the sucker installed. So very nice. I also got a new camera. I don't know if you guys can notice the quality. I don't know if it's, hopefully it's still recording. But the reason I got a new camera is because it had a lot of camera issues. The reason I haven't put out a video for a while is I recorded 4 videos and I couldn't use any of them. For some reason, my GoPro would basically, I'd get a little bit of good footage, and then I get a ton of green lines and dark green spots. The footage was literally unusable. I tried to edit one clip to make it usable, and I just said no, people are going to hate watching this, which really sucks. I just didn't have time to edit. I went out, did some rides. I actually shot one ride with my dad on his gunner, which really sucks that it didn't work out. And for that one, actually, the battery on the mic died. I bought a specific mic for the GoPro and has a battery to get better quality, and the LED thing was on, but I got nothing. Or I don't know, maybe it was a GoPro issue. Instead of using my dual recording setup, this sounds good. So I went on a ride with a friend that has an FZ07. I went on a ride with my wife on the back of this bike. I don't remember what the other video, what the other video was talking about, the long-term ride comfort of this bike. So that really sucked, and it was, the GoPro is $400. So I got this thing. This is not a GoPro. It's a different company that makes smartphones that are high quality. It's a Chinese company, and this thing is 4K. It literally has the same sensor, which is what records the image, and processor as the best GoPro, the Hero 4 Black. That's used to be $500, now it's $450. This thing just has newer generation, actually better battery life, newer generation sensor, and everything else. So it should be phenomenal. It has a touchscreen on the back, and it's basically half the price of the GoPro. Use the same little mounting thing. So I'll leave a link in the video description in the comments. So far it seems to be really awesome. I'm just not used to using it, and the reviews are fantastic, so you guys can check that out and let me know what this video looks like compared to my previous videos. I'm gonna pull up to a friend's house and show him the bike. Alright guys, Russian Rider back. I stayed quite a bit longer than I thought I would. A few hours hanging out with my friend. That's the guy with the 600RR. So we grilled up some burgers and stuff, and now it's dark outside. So it's a good low light test for this 4K camera. Man, this bike sounds good. Only thing is, I wish, and it's not the exhaust fault, but I wish the bike idled a little bit lower. So if any of you guys know anything about why the bike idles at 1200, 1250, is it because it has higher compression than like a Harley V-twin? And that's what my friend was saying. But it seems like the Harleys, they idle slower. You have more like a dun 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 dun, where this just idles a little faster, so it's a more consistent type of sound. So if you guys have info, any of you guys know a lot about bikes or motors or anything, let me know. But I like that light. It looks so cool. I think this guy's gonna go soon, at least for a while. I'll see what it seems like, what it feels like. Yeah. So let me know, guys. What do you think of the sound compared to my previous videos on the Octane? How does it sound like to you? I'm excited to hear how it sounds. Oh, yeah. Now it sounds like a muscle bike, like that they were calling it. Man, it actually sounds like it's a little bit louder at idle than when you're cruising at about 2000. Oh, dude. I'm on a gravel, not really gravel, kind of dirt. They're working on this road. I have my visor up, and it's tinted. It's dark out here, so I couldn't really tell. I thought they already closed this thing up. So I'm gonna open it up here when the dust clears a little bit. So the moment finally came. I've been waiting for a while to get an exhaust. I finally got it. So also, I get a lot of questions for you guys today. Those of you who bought an Octane after watching my videos, let me know if you're watching this thing. If you saw a few of my videos and it helped you, helped convince you to get an Octane. Not that it matters that much. I mean, I don't get a commission or anything like that, but just curious about who actually went and picked one up. Or if you were looking at an Octane and then you decided against it, then definitely let me know. And let me know what you got other than the Octane, or instead of the Octane, and why. Just curious on your guys' opinions and stuff. So this has been Russian Rider. I'm looking forward to putting out that installation guide and actual exhaust review with more video sound clips. And I will see you guys in the next video.